Hi, Gene Burnett here from GeneBurnett.com. Today I'd like to present a little public service announcement entitled, How to Tell If Your Friends Have Stopped Using Drugs. I'm going to start with a bonus tip. Tip number 11, they're dead. Tip number 10, smug superiority. If your friends have stopped using drugs, they often will reject their previous drug use in order to make themselves feel better and more in control and just give them the sense that they can make it without drugs. They will need to reject your drug use as well, no matter how casual. So if you notice an upswing in smug superiority, coupled with a kind of in-your-face self-esteem, it's a pretty good sign that your friends have stopped using drugs. Number 9, a lack of partying. A friend who is not using drugs will stay home a lot more than they used to. If you call your friend from a club at 1 a.m. and he doesn't feel like joining you because he was sleeping, that's a pretty good sign he's on the wagon. Number 8, better smell. If you notice a lack of certain odors, certain masking agents like over-applied cologne, over-applied perfume, gum, patchouli oil, these kind of things, it's a pretty good sign your friend is not hiding their drug use anymore. So a simple rule to remember is, if they smell great, they're probably going straight. Number 7, no shades. You're looking at your friend and you're thinking, something's different. And then you realize he's not wearing shades. You can see his eyes. If your friend is maintaining eye contact with you for uncomfortably long periods of time, and often with a very earnest look in his eye like this, the eyes are not bloodshot, these are all red flags. Number 6, paying off debts. If your friend is going around paying off debts and hasn't asked you to borrow money for the rent in a few months, that's a pretty good sign he's laying off the good stuff. Number 5, less moody. Watch out for a lack of moodiness. No highs means no lows and makes Jack a dull boy who really should fire one up every now and then. Number 4, old hobbies. The sudden return of old hobbies and lame interests long abandoned is a good sign that your friend has stopped using drugs. Dusting off a stamp collection or a badminton set are dead giveaways. Number 3, new friends. Watch out who they hang out with. If your friends are hanging out with people they used to refer to as total dorks, they may have stopped using. If they are laughing with these new friends and pointing at you at a party, that's another dead giveaway. Number 2, changes in attitude. Look for changes in your friend's usual attitude. Where he once was chill and relaxed, maybe now he's more serious and bummed out. Where he once was up for any act of random destructiveness, now he might be talking about things like legal consequences. He may be more polite or considerate. If he shows an interest in you beyond just hanging out and partying. If he suddenly feels the desire to clean and reorganize his entire apartment. A newspaper with the help wanted ads circled is a dead giveaway. And number 1, better grades and work performance. When people quit using drugs, they often become obsessed with things like grades and achievements. This is because, suddenly lacking the simple pleasures of being, they need to resort to the complicated pleasures of doing in order to feel good about themselves. So look out for improvements in grades and work performance. This is probably the number 1 red flag. The main thing is, don't panic. Many people experiment with not using drugs, and in time, most of them get over it. Just tell them you're concerned and that should they want to talk, you're there for them. Often that's enough. They may not take you up on it right away, but soon enough, they'll be back. This has been a public service announcement from GeneBurnett.com.